As a longtime movie lover, I must admit that the idea of a Blue Blood spin-off series is both intriguing and heartbreaking. Uh, on one hand, it's a chance to delve deeper into the lives of these characters we've grown to love. On the other, the thought of life without the original series is tough to swallow. Warning ahead for Blue Bloods season 14, episode 15, No Good Deed. One of Frank Reagan's lines in Blue Bloods season 14, episode 15, no good deed made the case for its best spinoff. And Frank asks Eddie for her input on whether rank and file cops are upset about the residency policy, which requires police officers to live in the neighborhoods they are patrolling in either. He is trying to gauge whether it's necessary to support it, change in policy, even though he believes the residency requirement is a good idea and wants to hear from cops that he trusts. And I think that all of the problems are minimums of ability. However, when Eddie points out that she and Jamie are living paycheck to paycheck, even though they've been on the job for over a decade, Frank responds, been there, done that. The observation about the long-standing issue of low pay for police officers, as well as the mention of Frank's past as a beat cop struggling to make ends meet, subtly hints at an untold story. Given that Frank seldom discusses his time as a beat cop, this fleeting reference piques curiosity, suggesting potential interest in a prequel series centered around a younger Frank on duty, a prequel starring Frank Reagan could serve as an equivalent to the 15th season of the hit show Blue Bloods. In this series, we'd see Frank Assa be cop or detective, balancing his duties with raising 4 children alongside his wife. Simultaneously, Henry would assume the commissioner role that Frank currently holds in the present-day storyline. Essentially, Henry would take on the part that Frank plays now, while Frank would embody a character like Blue Blood's Danny, who is both a dedicated family man and a career cop. Furthermore, this prequel will primarily feature characters that viewers are already acquainted with, but they'll be portrayed at different life stages. For instance, Frank's kids could be presented as children or young adults mirroring the depiction of Jack and Scene during their early years. This prequel also offers an opportunity for the audience to delve into the background and understand a character who was merely mentioned in Blue Bloods. Joe Reagan, in the television show Blue Bloods. The character Joe Reagan tragically passed away before the series started. Over its 14 seasons, the Reagan family mournetti's loss delved into the circumstances surrounding his death and paid tribute to him throughout the show. A prequel could introduce a younger version of Joe, making his eventual demise even more poignant, as audiences would come to love this character instead of just knowing him as a deceased member of the Reagan family. Tom Selleck can continue reprising Frank in the Blue Bloods prequel by providing Arius as the storyteller. Additionally, Heck will make an appearance at the start or end of each episode, suggesting that Hayes writing his memoirs or sharing this tale with his grandchildren, including Selleck in this way, would pay tribute to his significant contribution to the popularity of Blue Bloods, and it would be fitting given that Frank has written a memoir, GOK, as Selleck did in real life. Moreover, Selleck's involvement is a key factor behind Blue Blood's success, making any spinoff more likely to thrive if he's involved compared to using an entirely new cast of characters. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,